hit, hit the accept recording for people that are paying subscribers but haven't made it. Try and clear my throat and talk somewhat normally. So yeah, as I was saying this evening, for, round one, always the same, always the same. It's the grounding round. It's when we fill up our lungs. We use our retention breaths, take our time. And then what I want you to do for the rest of tonight's session, you can breathe at the pace you choose to. What I'd encourage though is we're not going to do the 10-10-10 this evening. We're going to do some nice, slightly longer drawn out breaths, but still powerful enough that so every single time when you get to the top, you get that little shoot in your brain of that. Well, that's how I feel it anyway. The last place my breath hits is just like, I can only describe it as like a bunch of Christmas lights at the same time, just sort of pinging off for a second in my brain, just firing up. And then when I hold it with a little squeeze every time and then release like a that sort of pattern. So I'm working hard. It's not a soft breath at all. It's just slightly longer. We're not going to speed up. We're going to try and maintain a pace throughout the whole session. But before we do that, let's become present. It makes all the difference in the world. I read a really cool article today actually about the importance of being in the moment before you do anything that you are doing in that moment, which sounds so simple, childlike logic. It really is. However, how often are we ill prepared because we're just not focused on what we're doing? So these sessions have to start the same every single time. Even though your mind's built a pattern with these sessions, you know you turn up, you know you're going to do this grounding exercise, you know I'm going to ask you to focus on parts of your body and all the rest of it. We need to even let go of that and just be present in the moment when we start focusing on our feet, the soles of our feet, our toes, our ankles, just listening to the names of those areas and being resilient enough to be able to just focus on that. My feet, toes, my ankles, the soles of my feet. Then if you're lying down, obviously you've got that connection with your Achilles and your heels. And it is a challenge. We've all got busy minds. At this point, your mind will still drift. How resilient can you be? And resilience is against your ego, it's against your mind. Your mind wants to wander. Your unconscious mind, your conscious mind wants to get into this session. It wants to get that lovely buzz. It wants to feel that beautiful sense of clarity. So it starts now. Feet, ankles, toes, heels, calves, backs of the knees, hamstrings, hands, fingers, thumbs, palms, wrists, forearms, elbows, bum, lower back, middle of your back, upper back, tops of your shoulders, your upper arms, neck, and your head. Three, two, one. Let's breathe. 10 retention breaths. Taking your time. Consciously envisioning what it is you're doing as you're doing it. Every time you breathe in deeply and just let a small piece of that air go, your lungs, like the balloons that they are, slightly inflate, just that little bit bigger each time, until you find a point between your fifth and maybe a sixth or seventh breath where you're not able to breathe in as deeply because you can feel that your lungs are filling up. By breath 10, they're definitely filled up. So that's the first part of this breathwork exercise in itself, as in working your lungs. It's inflating them safely. Now, at the end of every round today, I will be calling you to end on an inhalation whilst that breath, that last inhalation goes in to your lungs, over your tongue, your mouth, down your trachea, windpipe, into your chest. Just really concentrate on relaxing. I'll then tell you to release the breath. Then just slowly release. Don't blow it all out. Just slowly, naturally release whatever breath comes out, and then the breath hold will begin. So on your next inhalation, stop breathing. So take a nice control, not too powerful, not too rushed, nice control to the top. Hold. Release the breath, and I'm starting to count now. 60 seconds. Just relax. Four, three, two, one. Take a big breath in. And release that breath. So in the second round, you are going to speed up a touch, but like I said, it's more of a powerful inhalation with a little squeeze at the top every time. So a little 1 to 2 second hold, letting it all out and going again. 3, 2, 1. Let's breathe. Every inhalation, there's that little squeeze as the oxygen hits your brain, and then release after a couple of seconds. Okay, on your next inhalation, stop breathing. So take that nice controlled breath in all the way to the top. Hold, try and relax. Let that breath disperse. Okay, now release the breath and we'll start the breath hold. You have plenty enough oxygen within your system to sink into this. Just relax. If you're going to think, try and think about what you can feel. At this stage, with that type of breath work, you can feel the effects of your breath. Temperature shifts, maybe tingles in your feet, fingers, or your face. Maybe noticing your heart pumping or your pulse in different areas. So trying to be conscious and only thinking about what's happening. "20 seconds left. "10 seconds. Okay, take a massive breath in right to the top. And release. Going into round 3. 3, 2, 1. Same pattern. On your next inhalation, stop breathing. Nice controlled breath in. Concentrate on calming down, slowing the heart rate, which would have sped up due to the effort in the breathwork build-up. Calm it down. Now release that breath. We're going for 1 minute, 30 seconds. Okay, take a big breath in and hold. And release. Three, two, one. Let's breathe. Off we go. Same pattern, working hard. Okay, on your next inhalation, stop breathing. Take a nice controlled breath in. Try and settle down. Okay, release the breath and hold. Going for 2 minutes. At this stage, you would have found that sense of presence. The beautiful thing about your breath is a guarantee the way it works. You oxygenize your body, you notice the change, you feel it. Your blood flow changes, temperature will change. Your heart rate will change. The blood flow to your brain will change. And every one of these changes is for the better. They bring peace, they bring calm. "20 seconds left. "10 seconds. Okay, take a big breath in, all the way to the top and hold. And release that breath. 3, 2, 1. Let's breathe. Off we go. On your next inhalation, stop breathing. Take a nice controlled breath in and hold. Concentrate on calming down, recovering your heart rate, really relaxing. Now release the breath naturally. Just find that sweet spot. It's just peaceful, present. It's relaxing. It's just what you need. Today would have been a busy day. It'd have been very noisy upstairs in your minds. And tomorrow it'll all kick off again. But right now, this is the only thing that's actually real and happening in your life right now. And that's a fact. And it's peaceful. It brings a sense of balance, which enables you to go again. Without taking a little bit of time out to consciously make a choice to slow things down, that's when things get on top. It's when we start to panic. We start to feel stressed. We start to choose to be angry and frustrated. It doesn't take much to rebalance. Okay, take a big breath in and hold. And release that breath. Three, 2, 1. Let's breathe. Last round. On your next inhalation, stop breathing. Calm down, relax. Release that breath and hold. I'm going to share something with you on this last breath hold. It might resonate, it might not. Just try and relax and listen. It's called The Stillness Within. It's about a guy called Liam. Liam's life was a blur of constant motion. As a junior executive in a fast-paced tech company, his days were filled with meetings, emails, and relentless deadlines. Even his evenings were consumed by endless notifications and the faint hum of his laptop and the beat of his phone. He prided himself on being indispensable, the one who never stopped. But cracks were starting to show. Liam often felt like he was gasping for air, caught in a current he couldn't escape. His sleep was restless, mind a tangle of anxieties. Despite his outward success, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was slowly unraveling. One Friday evening, after yet another exhausting week, Liam's childhood friend Sarah invited him to her cabin in the woods. She could sense his growing tension and insisted that he needed a break. Just one weekend, she said. Turn off your phone. Find some quiet. Liam reluctantly agreed, though the thought of disconnecting made him feel uneasy. The drive to the cabin was long, and the deeper he went into the forest, the more out of place he felt. His phone signal faded to nothing, and for the first time in years, he was truly unreachable. At the cabin, Sarah greeted him with a warm smile and a simple plan. No technology, no agenda, just nature and stillness. You don't have to do anything, she said. Just be. Liam found the first day torturous. Without his phone, he felt lost. His thoughts raced and the silence was deafening. He wandered the forest, but his mind was still tethered to the office. He kept thinking about what he might be missing, what crisis might be brewing in his absence. But as the hours passed, something began to shift. On the second morning, Liam woke up early. Drawn by the soft light filtering through the trees, he sat by a tranquil lake near the cabin, watching the water ripple gently in the breeze. For the first time in ages, his mind felt still. The relentless noise within him began to fade, replaced by a quiet he hadn't known he needed. As he sat there, he realized how much he had been running from himself, filling every moment with work, distractions, and noise to avoid confronting his own inner chaos, ego. In the stillness of the forest, Liam found something he had long forgotten: peace. When the weekend ended, Liam returned to the city, but he was different. He no longer felt chained to the never-ending cycle of work and stress. He began carving out moments of stillness each day, whether through a quiet walk in the park or a few minutes of meditation in the morning, or 2 to 3 rounds of Jay's breathwork. Liam learned that peace wasn't something that came from the outside world. It was something he had to nurture within himself. By choosing to step away, even briefly, Liam found clarity and strength that no amount of success could provide. In the stillness, he discovered who he truly was. And for the first time, he felt like his best self. Pillar 4. I hope all of you found some stillness tonight. Have a lovely sleep See you soon.